management versus labor. If I give in to one of their demands, who knows what they're going to ask for the next
Todd,
time?
except one. That I stay on as part of the management. But you can't do that, can you? Just like you couldn't let Cassie Carpenter work here when you knew she was your best reporter that you had. No, go on. Just let him go. Let it burn the whole place down. Anything to keep you from sharing this place with your wife. Why are you doing this to me?
You still think that the world revolves around you, Blair? You think people wake up in the morning and say, what can I do for Blair?
Or to her.
It was a business decision. This paper has one vision, one opinion, one style, and that's mine. I don't work well with other people. If you don't like it, you can go play with your little cosmetics company.
Todd, I have very good people running the day-to-day operations of Melodor, which has left me a lot of free time to focus on this paper, a paper that you love, a paper that I have grown to love almost as much as I love you. Come on. What's the harm of trying here? You might even surprise yourself and like it.
I told you this paper
Come on,
has
I know
vision.
one vision. But Todd, who's to say that two people can't make it better? We were a very good team before. We can be a great team now. And I've learned a lot running this paper. The proof is out there in the hall with those reporters and your profit margin.
Yeah, you've done all right.
All right. Hey, that's orchids. Come on, just let me stay here until they get used to your style again.
If you think that you're going to change me...
Todd, I don't want to change you. I've never wanted to change you.
Fine. Hey, look, if it doesn't work, you can always go back to pushing makeup.
So? You willing to try? You and me together?
Yeah, fine, but you gotta go downstairs right now and tell all your little boyfriends in the newsroom not to be afraid of Big Bad Todd. And they have to write what I want when I want it.
Where are you going?
I'm going out.
Wait a minute, it's not going to take me a few minutes to talk to the staff, and then I thought that maybe we could celebrate our new partnership.
This is not a partnership.
Nothing romantic, okay, just something, launch our new agreement. Set out some ground rules, talk some things through.
I don't feel like talking. I'm gonna go get drunk.
Okay, fine. You drink, I'll talk. Come on, what do you say?
I intend to find the answer to that question, but not tonight. Now, forget the past. Look to the future. But first, a waiter. What do we have here? Someone else who is able to cheat the Grim Reaper. Todd Manning.
So that's Carlo Hesser.
You know, maybe we should go someplace else, someplace a little more casual.
You mean someplace where I wouldn't run into a guy who likes to call himself Poseidon?
Look, Todd, let's not start anything, okay?
Wouldn't dream of it. The guy had me shot, stuffed in the trunk of a car, the car pushed over a cliff into the sea. But I'm not angry about that. Do you know why?
No.
Because he was aiming for Patrick.
Good evening, Blair. Todd. Renee, I think we're going to go someplace else. It's a little too crowded
I'm
here
going to sit
tonight.
right there.
As sweet as ever. I guess we're going this way.
Ah. Todd Manning. There's someone else who's returned from death's dark kingdom. May I welcome you back? You've been listening to your wife, I see. There was a time when Mrs. Manning would give people a fair chance. And then she fell under the influence of this self-styled Irish poet.
What do you mean, influence? Patrick was a good friend.
Whatever. He's managed to convince you that this nefarious Poseidon and I are one and the same. Which means I'm responsible for your death, Todd. Believe me, I know nothing about his Poseidon or his hand he did to you on Ireland.
If you say so.
I do, indeed. And now that you are back at the top of the sun, I hope you'll treat me and my activities more even-handedly.
Well, that's an editorial decision. And so I'll leave it to my editor-in-chief. What do you say?
Not in my lifetime. I want to have a glass of champagne. So, did you really mean it? You want me to be your editor?
Yeah, why not? Look, how else am I going to keep those crybabies down in the newsroom quiet? You're like a big pacifier.
So it would just be a title, strictly PR.
Basically. But look, you handled that office mutiny very well. And when I was gone, you know, the staff has a point. You did okay.
I know. Thank you.
But you know, Blair, you gotta get away from the warm and fuzzy stories. There are no happy endings. I like stories with more of an edge. You got potential, though. I liked what you said to Carl. Not in my lifetime. That's cute.
What?
I don't screw up lettuce. I'm getting out of here.
Well, where are we going?
To the penthouse. That's where you live, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll drop you off on my way back to work. What?
She loves it when you kiss her goodnight.
Yeah, I like getting her to sleep. Where'd you get that, reptile thing? That thing's cool.
Oh, that's, Alan the alligator.
I thought it was Carlo Hesser.
Oh, it looks like him, doesn't? Same eyes.
Same personality.
Yeah.
It's late. I suppose the staff down at the paper could go one night without seeing their boss. Right? Well, that couch is looking real good right about now.
Todd, you want me to make your bed?
No, it's all right. I can do it. Good night.
Good night. How you doing? There you go. You ready for our ride? You know what? This may be our last nice day before things change. And guess what? Todd has already changed. I knew he would. I'm part of his life again, see? Well, at least as far as the newspaper goes. But pretty soon, he's gonna let me back into his heart. Yes, he is. And you know what? I can tell you why, because, see, Todd and I are exactly like you, just a little bit too wild and a little bit too free. But I'm the only one that can tame Todd, and he's the only one that can tame me. I don't have any more. And no matter what, we both love each other very much. I didn't know that you were behind me.
I had a meeting with my lawyers in the dining room. The maitre d' said that you'd come to the stables, so